Night of the Republican National Convention, Mike Pence officially accepted the GOP nomination for 4 more years as vice president.
He made his case for President Trump and against Joe Biden. CBS 4's Natalie Brand is live in Washington, D.C. with a recap. Natalie.
And Lauren, Elliott, there were questions tonight of whether the vice president would address the events in Kenosha and the shooting of Jacob Blake. The vice president did not mention Blake, but he did mention the protests, saying the violence must stop, whether in cities, including Kenosha and Minneapolis. He also called for law and order for every American and race, creed, and color.
Vice President Mike Pence traveled to Fort McHenry in Baltimore, the inspiration for the Star-Spangled Banner, and hailed the work of U.S. military and law enforcement officers.
Our armed forces and our veterans fill this land of heroes.
And he took time to comment on those facing the fury of Hurricane Laura.
We urge all those in the affected areas to heed state and local authorities. Stay safe.
As the head of the White House's coronavirus task force, the vice president defended the administration's response to the pandemic.
The president took unprecedented action and suspended all travel from China, the second largest economy in the world. Now, that action saved untold American lives.
Kellyanne Conway, counselor to the president and his campaign manager from 2016, defended President Trump as a champion of women before she leaves her post at the White House at the end of the month.
President Trump helped me shatter a barrier in the world of politics by empowering me to manage his campaign to its successful conclusion.
President Trump's daughter-in-law, Laura Trump, continued the attacks on Joe Biden.
Joe Biden will not do what it takes to maintain order, to keep our children safe in our neighborhoods and in their schools, to restore our American way of life.
President Trump wraps up the convention tomorrow night from the South Lawn of the White House.
And the president and first lady did make a surprise appearance tonight following the vice president's remarks. They stood on the stage after listening to the national anthem by country music star Trace Adkins. Now, there is some questions about whether the president could potentially postpone his speech tomorrow. At this point, campaign sources are telling us no. That would be, of course, in response to the hurricane. But at this point, campaign sources tell CBS News that the plan is still for the president to accept the nomination. Elliott and Lauren.